You can now be paid to test cocktails in Las Vegas. A disused IKEA is London's next super club, and your old iPhone could be worth 190k. First up, Madame Tussauds just unveiled not one, not two, but 7 new Harry Styles waxworks. Featuring some of the most iconic looks of his solo career so far, the new models can be found in New York, Hollywood, London, Berlin, Amsterdam, Sydney, and Singapore. And look, we all love a botched waxwork, but we've got to say, these are pretty realistic. After months of anticipation, Barbie and Oppenheimer finally came out last week. But did you know there's apparently a right order to watch them in? Yep, science has spoken, with an Oxford researcher comparing Barbie to a dessert. Sander Wagner said he'd be watching Oppenheimer first, as it takes a bit of digesting, before following up with Barbie as a kind of palate cleanser or dessert. Neopets is back and promising a new era after receiving $4 million in funding. The virtual pet website first launched in 1999 and had 25 million users at its peak in the mid-2000s. It kind of fell off the radar after it was sold to Viacom in 2005, but the site has now been relaunched alongside 50 classic games thanks to $4 million of funding. Club Penguin Renaissance when? Speaking of nostalgic tech, an iPhone from 2007 just sold for $190,000 at auction. The first edition unopened 4GB model is considered the holy grail by iPhone collectors because of how rare they are. It's not the first time an old Apple product has sold for thousands, so who knows, maybe you could have some treasure of your own gathering dust in your drawers. You can now rent the iconic dumping ground from the story of Tracy Beaker. Yep, the 2-bedroom apartment, which is actually called Elm Tree House, is currently up for rent for £3,000 a month. Located in a gated development in Ealing, the apartment features a communal garden and courtyard. And most importantly, Tracy Beaker's signature round window. Sunbeds are on the rise again, and this time it's Gen Z behind the comeback. According to data by Melanoma Focus, 42% of 18 to 25s have used sunbeds, and Gen Z is in fact the age group most likely to use them. Basically, TikTok is key to their rise in popularity, with #sunbed boasting more than 545 million views thanks to videos showing everything from tips for first-timers to hacks for deeper tans. Obviously, there are some pretty well-documented health risks associated with sunbed use though, so let us know, are you for or against this recent trend? A disused IKEA is being transformed into London's next super club. The team behind Printworks will turn the 608,000 square foot building into drum sheds, a 15,000 capacity event space which will showcase a programme of music, arts, culture and community. And once up and running, it'll be one of the largest indoor venues in the city, surpassing even the likes of Alexandra Palace and Wembley Arena. So watch this space. 44% of us are pretending to be someone we're not at work. According to new research, nearly half of us are making alterations to our personalities because of how we fear we'll be perceived. But considering over a fifth of those surveyed believe they'd get more work done if they could express themselves in a more authentic way, maybe it's time to drop the work personas. And finally, you and your bestie can now be paid to drink margaritas in Las Vegas. The pair chosen for the job will get to spend a week in Las Vegas with £3,000 of spending money. The only condition is that you'll be expected to taste 1 margarita per day and rate them out of 10 based on flavour, presentation, quality of ingredients, value for money, and overall experience. Dream job alert? Anyway, that's it for today. See you next time for more bits for your brain.